Hi, my name is Karen Hilton and my friends call me Cairo. I've made something special for you today. It's called a Philly house. If you'd come in closer, I'll show you how it's done. Take a pattern, and what I did was just copied my pattern off onto several sheets of paper to find out what size of house I needed to make. And what I did is I took some heavy-duty cardboard, or you can use foam cardboard, cut it into your shapes of your house. You'll need a front, which I used this flatbread as a guide. I wanted to, as you can see right here on my house, I've used 3 panels of this flatbread. So this is the width of 3 panels. And also, from this section right here, this will determine your side width. So you have to cut 2 of each one. This is the roof, and it fits right like that. Once you get it cut out of cardboard, you want to tape your house together. Now that'll form the base of your home. Once I did that, I started applying my crackers that I've used. I used Nabisco flatbread for the panels here, and I took these little thin, crisp triangles, and I made, if you can come in a little bit closer here, you can see that I've just used these to make the eave area here. Then once I did that, I see that my little window's fallen. Once I did that, I took these little chicken biscuit crackers, and here's the box for that. And I took little window pane, I call them window pane pretzels, and I simply used a cheese ball recipe. That's very simple. It just consists of Philadelphia cream cheese, butter, and a little bit of onion. I used about 5 recipes of it, which is just 1 stick of butter to 1 block of cream cheese, and then 2 tablespoons of onions. And then I put it in a pastry bag, but if you don't have a pastry bag, you can use a Ziploc bag, and it'll just, that acts as your glue. So, as you can see, I just took Ritz crackers, and I cut them in half. I just laid them on a plate and used a little knife to saw them in half. Then that becomes the half moon window, or the Palladian window above there. And then I took another chicken biscuit, made a door. The yard is made out of the 5 recipes of the cream cheese mixture, and it's the same thing for like a cheese ball. It's just a simple cheese ball recipe with the cream cheese and the butter and the onions. But at any rate, I took blocks of cheese, or my little cubes of cheese, and I made a fence. And I took a little bit of the cream cheese recipe, and I made a little chimney. After I got my pretzel rods, you can see pretzel rods here, and that kind of acts as the corners and the roof line there. And I simply just took my cream cheese recipe and I used it for glue. And if you, right here, you can see I used a little pretzel for the gate. And then if you turn it the house around, you can see that I used this Philadelphia dip, and I colored it with blue food color, just a few drops. And I mixed that in. I made a little well as I was icing my board here with the cream cheese ball mixture. And I colored it green for the yard. And then back here I took crushed Ritz crackers, and I put a little bit of paprika in my Ziploc bag, and I crushed that up and I sprinkled it on. These are Brussels sprouts, and they represent the cabbage. And then I took little pieces of broccoli that I had left over from making some little cut up vegetables, as you can see here. These are little wonton cups. I made those using 3 wontons, and I baked them in a muffin tin. I greased the muffin tin first, and I baked them at 350. And they serve as little baskets. Now, if you wanted to, you can make this board as big as you want to, and you could take these little baskets and put them in the yard, but I just didn't feel like I had enough room. So what I've done is just put them on this platter here, this cake stand. And so as you can see right here, I just fixed it the same way I did in the front, but I just put one little window. And right here, I'm in my little pond. I've got a little bitty cheese fish cracker. And this is not the line. I've messed it up now. It's nothing but a little green onion. Uh-oh. I'll have to fix that in a few minutes. But at any rate, I simply stuck it in there, and I'll get another one and fix it back. But I just took the cream cheese and attached the little fishing line like that. And right here, if you look, you can see this is dill weed. This is the herb dill weed, and I just bought it at the produce section. In the produce section, the same as the wonton wrappers. Don't be like me and run all over the store looking for wonton wrappers. They're in your produce section. Then, as you can tell, I took broccoli and I just put a few little cherry tomatoes and some mushrooms and made a little, like I said earlier, a pecan path. I took the dill weed and made little wreaths over the windows. And I took, actually, these little red and yellow and orange things are nothing but the red and green peppers. And then over here you can see the little wreath that I made on this side, and that's all there is to it. And you can get your children involved, and you'll be amazed. They'll help you eat all these vegetables, which we all want our children to eat vegetables. Right here, I wanted to show you too, as the last point, I took a little star tip on my pastry bag and made a little smoke coming out of the chimney. And my roof is made out of chicken biscuits. Right here on the edge, I took again a knife, and I just sawed the center of it very gently. And then as I cut through them, I staggered the roof line here, and that's all there is to it. And then once you learn this technique, you can make these you can make them into cookie houses or gingerbread houses for Christmas. And it's just a really fun thing to do with your children. And like I said, they'll be more apt to eat their vegetables, and they get the delicious cream cheese with the calcium, and it's wonderful. And I hope you all can try it. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation.